Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kenny. I'm standing in front of my old 4Runner, folks, because I'm getting ready to do some important, really a repair that could have been prevented, but we all make mistakes. Let me show you what I'm talking about. A couple of weeks ago, I had just put my battery back in the truck. I don't remember why I had it out, but I failed to install that thing properly. How many of us has done that? How many of you have done that? And myself, of course, included. But that battery really just wasn't in place and got me a couple of miles down the road, and suddenly that battery died it died. And my engine died. And what happened? The fire from that battery was sucked out almost instantly because it moved and it touched some metal. Now that can happen. And what did that do? I'm going on instinct here. The first thing that would enter my mind is it's an electrical problem. Okay? So I came to the conclusion that it damaged my coil packs. Without exception, that's the first thing that should enter your mind when you have a problem like that, is because that coil pack, it didn't completely kill the coil pack. It weakened it tremendously. So I'm going to show you what happened. Here's what it is. Let me show you. Let me start this engine. Notice that it's hit and miss here. Sometimes it will run smooth, and then sometimes, like it's running now, it's totally missing like crazy. Total power loss. See, it's picking up a little bit, running a little bit better. Watch that. There it is, running great. But without warning, there it is, starting to miss again. That's telling me something. Let me shut that off. What is that telling me? That's telling me that that coil pack is not producing enough power. And it's really just causing a terrible miss. But I'm going to replace those coil packs. I had a little visit. I actually got these from Amazon. My old 4Runner's a 4-cylinder, so it's got 2 of these. So I'm going to replace these and show you how you can do it yourself and save some money. So hang around. If you've had this problem before, and who hasn't, just a freak accident, and I gave about 30 bucks for these, and I think that this will solve the problem. So I'm going to take, all you need is a ratchet. I think that's a 10 mil socket. Now these are a little difficult to get off, but I can do it, okay? So hang around, and we're going to take these things off. And we're going to put new ones on. And I'm going to guarantee that'll take care of the problem, okay? So let's get this off. All right, now folks, we are just about finished installing these. I want to point out to you, if you are a beginner and maybe are attempting to do this type of work on your truck or car, these coil packs are relatively easy to install, but make sure right here, if you can look at this closely, make positively sure and double check these. These lock on to your little coil pack. These spark plug wires, or whatever you call them, wires, they lock on there. They have little tiny locks, and they just snap in place. So you make sure you get those secure, because it won't do a lot of good if they're not, because they'll misfire and you'll be having trouble, and you may not recognize that you just failed to put the the wires on secure. So keep that in mind. So I've got this one ready to go back on. Now let me show you how this works too. Right here, make sure you just, the main lead wire, it just snaps in the same way. Just push it in like that and it snaps in. You have to make sure you pull that down like that. There we are. Push down on it. Now I'm ready to put that back on. So that's a little lesson for you if you're a beginner, to make sure you have your wires, all connections secure. Okay now folks, I have got both of these coil packs installed, as you can tell. So let's give it a shot, okay? Let's try the engine. Okay. We've replaced both of these coil packs and we've still got a miss. Notice that, if you can detect that. Maybe if the mic was closer you could. It will run smooth for a short time, very short time, maybe a second. But it's still got the miss after replacing both of those coil packs. See, it'll run smooth. It's almost like it's ready to run. Something is, it's running smooth now. Okay. It's almost like it's fixed, but not quite. I think I'll let that run just a little bit longer. Of course, I will do that. After replacing those coil packs immediately, I would think that it might have knocked out one of the plugs. It could have. It could have kind of put it on the dead side. But I don't think it's a big issue. But at least we've got that coil pack out of the way as to maybe what that was. So I'll let it run just a few more minutes, and if that mist doesn't go away, I'll go into my spark plugs and see if they might be affected by this electrical surge. Okay now folks, I have let this engine run just a little bit longer, and it does run better. Most of the mist is gone, but instead of heading toward a spark plug, I might just need to replace the wires. The spark plug wires, very possible that they could have been damaged with that surge of power during the battery when it died completely. It might have burnt one of the wires. That's a good possibility there. So let me start it one more time and let you see it run. Or hear it rather. It did run quite a bit better. I have let it warm up some. I think that's a possibility that wire, my spark plug wires, Replacing the coil pack has made it and helped it quite a bit. But it's still got that bad miss, so I think I'll replace the wires, and that should take care of it. I'm almost certain of it. All right now, folks, we've gotten a little showered here, but we've got a break to get this finished. We tried putting the coil pack on, and we did, and you saw that, but it didn't fix the problem. We still had the miss. Of course, you saw that. I showed you. But listen, I am not a mechanic, and I'm far from it. I'm just a DIY guy that tries his best to make a few errors occasionally, and we all do. But I had a huge surge, like I told you, and that surge of power that drained that battery, it took out that coil pack, but it also, I think it destroyed the wires that go to the spark plugs as well. So we went to, of course we're going to replace these wires, okay? We're going to replace them, and I want my cameraman to come closer. Now these, don't you like that blue? Folks, let me tell you something. Order these online, please. I know that you can get ripped off occasionally by doing so, but you can also get comparable parts if you're careful. Let me give you that tip. If you're careful, you can get comparable parts for about half the price that you would buy somewhere else. So I'm going to put these plug wires on one at a time. Now, you don't have to be a professional to do this. See, these wires are different lengths, okay? So I'm going to take the length that's there one at a time and replace the length and get them accurate, and there will be no errors. All right, so I'm going to lay that there. Now, you don't have to have, listen, this is an old 4Runner, but you can do this on any car or truck. It does not matter. It doesn't make a difference. I mean, of course, this is a 4Runner and a Toyota. Yours may be a Chevy. But if you're good with a screwdriver, you can do this. So let me match this one up. I've got this one off. Okay. I'm going to take this one loose, and I'm going to get the right length. All right. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this, so let me get this done. Pull those off. Now, you might need occasionally, you might want to put, or take rather, to pull these off, since they're very deep down in that motor. Just take a pair of pliers and pull them out like that. See how easy that is? Now my cameraman is going to give me a sec here to change these, and we'll be right back. All right, now folks, here are all 4 of your wires. We've got 4 brand new ones on. So let's hit the engine and see if this doesn't take care of the problem, okay? My son's going to show you those beautiful blue wires. Here we go. That's what it takes. Now, son, come over here with this camera. Bring right over here with this camera. Show you. Isn't that smooth? That runs like a clock. Let me kill that engine. Toss those over there. A little ingenuity sometimes, or I could just say plain old common sense, took care of the problem. Now, I wouldn't recommend to you to change that coil pack without changing those wires too. Because let me tell you, if you get a surge of power like that happened to that battery, it killed that engine, it destroyed, it actually probably just melted those wires. So that took care of it. Not just changing the coil packs, but also changing the wires. This set of wires, I gave about 20 bucks for them. Amazon.com, and took care of the problem. So listen, I hope this has helped you, and I want it to help you. If you're trying to find a way to save money, do it yourself. I highly recommend that you do it and save yourself some money. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel while you're at it, and I would appreciate it. And you have a blessed